All right, mini bike action. John here. Been gone for a while. Don't have a lot to say really about it. My 2019 Raider. It did hold up really well at the last race. It was all 3 days, and the thing ran. Oh no, actually it wasn't on that one. That was a 2-day event. So we had Friday practice, Saturday sprint races. I thrashed this thing within inches of its life. Now I thrashed this bike and all day long, all day Friday, and all day Saturday. This thing got raced, just raced to the ragged edge, and everything held up great. I'm fine with the cylinder head now. I was just wondering how it was going to hold up, and it did. Held up great. Um, and what else? Yeah, it's just a great. This head's a big improvement over the stock cylinder head, even with the Z40 cam and the porting. This one's quite a bigger improvement. Much bigger torque curve. Just all the way better acceleration from top to bottom. So, but I'm going to take this thing all apart now. After it's been raced, I'm going to go ahead and put my 55 millimeter stroke crankshaft in here, and I'm going to match port all the ports with the intake manifold. I'm going to do a little work on the exhaust port because it's actually not that big. On this, it looks like they might have left it open to interpretation, like you could do some porting there if you needed to, depending on what size engine this thing would be sitting on. So, because this is 100 and that with that crankshaft, it's going to be a true 141 cc. It's not going to be a 138 like it is now. Because with the stock engine, with the big bore kit, you're looking at 138 cc's, not 141. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's a tiny bit, but it's just the facts, you know. So that's going in there. I'll do some videos of the inside of the engine so you guys can see, and I can see how everything's wearing and that. And then I believe I'm going to put all my stuff, my Grom stuff back on it, my lights and all that, because I want to ride this thing on the street this summer around here. And I probably ain't going to race no more for a while because it's a lot of inconvenience for everybody involved. And so it's hard on the dogs and everybody, especially when it's a 3-dayer. So that's all I wanted to talk about was the head and what my future plans are with it. And like I said, I'll get some videos of the parts inside and what I do to it. And also, I'm thinking of probably I'm going to go with this carburetor. It's a replica of a Yoshimura carburetor, only it doesn't have the trick um, little needle valve and emulsion tube and all that stuff that Yoshimura has. But it's 28 millimeter flat slide. And it's basically the same as a Nibby, so I think it's a private label. But anyway, it should go in there, make a nice straight shot to the intake manifold or to the port, and it'll probably go on there in the same fashion, so I can run some sort of an adaptation of my air boot and run that into the air box. Yeah, and we'll see how that baby does. This intake manifold has its limitations. It's because of the way it has a sharp angle at the top, that probably causes fuel to dribble down this back side. It probably causes a bad eddy in there. It has all kinds of negative effects if you're trying to have a proper intake manifold runner. So, especially when it's wet air like that, it's you got to think about where I was looking at some videos about how the fuel puddles and where eddies form. And then that puddling fuel can cause a sputter at a certain RPM, and like the sound wave and all that. There's all kinds of things it affects. So I'm going to try to have as straight a shot as possible with just one turn. That's what they like. They like to just have one turn in. And this one just got too many things going on there. So that'll be interesting. And I'm getting ready, like I said, to pull all the plastic off. I'm going to put the Grom stuff back on, get out and ride it around, have some fun with it. So that's all I want to go talk about, really, is my future plans. I did mention the 55 crank, and yeah, that's about it. The bike ran excellent at the track. I mean, it was just tearing it up. I got a second place in the Street 125 class against a bunch of Groms and guys out there with Honda 100s converted with the 120 kit. With 17-inch race tires on it, and that's why I got second, because that guy on that bike, I just felt like I was outclassed. When you have those bigger tires, it really makes a difference. And it's a converted dirt bike, but they let it run in that class. So yeah, no oil leaks. Everything held together really nicely. You know, everything's just as dry as a bone under there. Alright, man, my camera is doing a wiggy woggy. Alright, man, hey, thanks for all your subscribers, you guys. You know, I could possibly get enough subscribers to do something with this channel, which would be neat. More, you know, tearing down videos, stuff like that. I don't know, I pretty much limited out on this bike. Once I get the Grom plastic back on it and that, I'm pretty much done. There's really nothing left I want to do to it. And the engine, where I want to set that up. So it wouldn't be a lot to show, unless I could get some riding videos accomplished somehow. So anyway, you guys, thanks for coming on board. I appreciate all you guys that have been along for the whole time. I know I just like to show the bike. They're neat looking bikes. They're a lot of fun. So have fun with your bikes out there. If you guys got any questions about any details or anything, let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. So that's it for now. Later.